Hello everyone else and welcome to another ability draft analysis. I'm KarmaKnight, I will be your host. If you want to see the draft or the scoreboard analysis at the end, consider supporting this channel on Patreon. Links in the description. For the moment, we've got a game that I'm not in. My friend Stargate played this game. I caught the end of it. Thought it would be worth taking a look at. Not to spoil anything, but this last draft position storm of males. It's like a storm of medium weight metal armor. It's like a poorly spelled lightning stick. Anyway, I'm going to get off this guy's name. Maelstrom here, with the ensnare and the sharpshooter and the firestorm and the decrepify. He's got a build. Turns out to be pretty good. I'm gonna venture a guess he takes mid, but I didn't actually play this game like I said, so I'm not sure. Some other things on this side. Well, let's watch the runes and then we'll check out the lane lineups and some builds. For the moment, looks like we've got a few posturing up for the top rune. Gonna chase Radiant off it. Pick up bottom rune. Pugna grabs the jungle rune down here. Enigma gets a rune. Bounty Hunter gets a rune. Oh man. Slark gets a rune. Looks like 3 runes for the Dire. Alright, let's start talking about the lane lineups. Here we have in safe lane Stargate. He is on Nature's Prophet. He's got Atrophy Aura. He's got Pit of Malice. It seems strong. I would not be surprised if he dominated this game. We've got a Pugna. Pugna has Life Drain, Invis, Astral Imprison, and Nether Blast. It's a good setup. The Astral Imprison lets you land Nether Blast very easily. Life Drain's always strong on Pugna. I like it. It's a good caster build. Can't complain about having Invis on a caster ever. Seems solid. We have an Ursa. I can only call this a once-on hit effects build. He's got Death Pack for some damage and Earth Shock for like trying to engage, I suppose. But between Acorn Shot and Overpower, he's going to be getting a lot of right clicks in. So I'd love to see a Maelstrom or a Basher or a Monkey King bar on this Ursa. We'll see how that goes. Slark, we've got Pounce and Black Hole. It's not exciting, but it's a good support build. There's also Midnight Pulse and Nether Ward. It's going to be doing some area denial in fights. This game mostly needs mana and probably a blink eventually. Anyway, we already talked a little bit about Clinks. He is in fact mid. That's the build to showcase today. And it's Ensnare, Firestorm for laning, which is rude. Firestorm lets him get lots of gold going early. I bet you he's ahead in net worth already. Oh, nope. Just a little tiny hair behind this OD. But, yeah, this is a kind of bonkers build. Look forward to seeing this play out. On the other side of the river mid, it's like the river Styx, but it's the river mid. We have OD with Arcane Orb and Flux and Burning Barrage. If you've never gotten a good on-hit effect with Burning Barrage, it's pretty silly. And then with Flux, he can actually support dumping that much mana. This build is going to be able to slap for sure. But that's it. No crowd control. So all lets him get to the fight, but that's all. Like, it's good. It's good damage. But it's going to struggle in some situations. Like constantly being ensnared in a firestorm. Having damage doesn't help you with that. And First Blood goes to Enigma. Let's see how that just went down before we talk about this lane. Looks like Enigma with a Sprout. They switch targets to the Bounty Hunter, who is stacking up Fury Swipes on Hoodwink. I feel like Hoodwink maybe could have gotten away there if he'd run just a second earlier. anyway, we got Sprout and Skeleton Walk to start. He's going to be making some trees. He's going to be tracking people. This is an interesting build. It's like, is this a support build? I don't know. I guess with Sprout it's a support build. I would not want to play this. I'm not sure what you build on this. I don't know. I just don't know what you do with that. I would want to play this. We have a Hoodwink with Essence Shift and Searing Arrows and Teleport and Song of the Siren in case he needs an escape. I'd love to see a more offensive alt here. But naturally, Hoodwink with Essence Shift is going to be very scary if he gets rolling. Elder Titan grabbing a Bounty Rune. Oh, who died? We had another death that I missed. Let's see it. Let's see it. Oh, it's Bounty Hunter. Where's Bounty Hunter? Oh no, that was the fight I totally just watched top. Just kidding. Alright. Pugna gets denied. Trying to pull over Stargate, doesn't get to. Enigma is trying to use Skeleton. Nope, must have pulled. Must have just pulled. It's a big old camp right there. This is kind of an interesting thing Enigma's doing here. Really doesn't have the damage to, like, get that at all. Really needs to pull creeps over to it if they want to be able to deny this. That was interesting. Mirror image to pop out of the trees. I like that. 4 bodies don't fit in there. It's pretty cool. Good way to escape. OD farming up some power treads. Clink sitting on 800 gold in a bottle. I like the bottle a lot when he's just trying to spam Firestorm. I'm not often a fan of bottle. I think it's a little expensive for an early game item, but yeah, it's good. If you're on top of the rune game, it can really pay for itself. So we've had one trade top, still. Nothing too exciting. Brink's being a little bit of a jerk, pushing people out of lane. All told, this is just looking great for Radiant. Like, there's a lot of melee on the other side, so these strong, hard-hitting range heroes are really able to just dominate their lanes early, shove people out of lane, get themselves a nice farm advantage going. The team advantage is still under 1,000 gold, but it's pretty good. Oh, there's a short moment where he could pick up this ward before this thing expires, but he didn't see it. Still just blowing off firestorms. Slark is a Wanderin. I'm not sure what Slark is trying to accomplish here. Just dropping some vision, I suppose. Which is nice, but like, this Slark badly needs to just stay in lane and hit level 6. Like, I know he's a support. Supports aren't supposed to take the experience, but like, no 6, no support, so nice of him to ward for his team. I shouldn't talk trash about that, but like, I'd rather see that guy staying in lane. Like, what does this deep ward accomplish right now? These guys are still just chilling in lane. Clinks is occasionally picking up a jungle camp, but for the most part just chill in mid. Grabbed a couple null talismans. Again, I like it. He's a very mana intensive build. This Pugna trying to make something happen. Doesn't get there in time though. Bottom, Stargate looks like he's in a little trouble. He's got that damage. Looks like the Ursa might slip away into the trees. 2v1 is extremely dangerous. He is going to get the Ursa. Pugna comes back. That will get him the Slark as well. Looks like Hoodwink made an appearance bottom for that fight. Seems good. Meanwhile, OD died. Let's check that out. So while this was going on down here, Lynx gets, I believe, his first kill. Boop. Took a lot of damage there. But yeah, the Firestorm and Snare Sharpshooter trio just really deletes people. And while he took some damage, he's quickly healing it up. Bottles an Arcane Rune, which is really nice. Both teams have Obs Wards in the exact same spot. That's kind of hilarious. Vision Ward up over here. But nobody checked Vision over here. They put one up here. Interesting. Ursa sees the low life, jumps on it. Indeed, has a slappy build. Like if Ursa gets on you, he'll be able to blow you up sometimes. Lynx with the same combo deletes the OD again. They're gonna pick up 2 kills bottom though to Clinx's 1. Doesn't have the ult right now. But with this Hoodwink here, they're able to pressure the lane back. It's now a 2-for-2 bottom. Seems pretty good. These two are content to ignore the rest of the game and just keep the lane stable top. Pugna is not. Pugna's going to try to make it happen. Coming in with the Isviz. Invis. Is not Viz. Look at this guy just totally disappeared over here. I think that was this ward right here that just saved him. No, that's a Radiant ward. Interesting. Was that this ward? Oh, this ward just absolutely saved ET's poop. Thanks, poop. But it did save his cube too. Very nice. Meanwhile, Bounty Hunter is farming. So it doesn't look like you get multiple stacks from illusions on the Fury Swipes, which is a little too bad. Still a good build. Pugna looking for that setup again. Hoodwink teleports in behind the ET. There's a Sprout. There's some right clicks. Is it enough? Nope, he's just going to TP right out of there. Meanwhile, Pugna walks where there's vision, gets Black Hold, and does not make it out. So we're in about 10 minutes. We've got a Mithril Hammer only on Prophet. It's interesting. I mean, obviously there's a magic stick. A little bit curious about this build decision. I guess he wants the Maelstrom so he can get stacks of Ags up more quickly. And there's the Maelstrom. And I assume he'll have brown boots in no time after he gets the Maelstrom. It's a little dangerous to not get boots. I don't know if I love that, especially against a bursty lane enemy like this Ursa, who already has his face boots. That said, he's rocking 130 damage from Atrophy Aura right now. Seems strong. Seems strong. Pugna looking for the fight. Still. It's the Banish in. Support's coming in from bottom. Pugna picks up the OD, doing Pugna things. This is a nice free ward right here. Pugna with the double kill. It's a little bit unfortunate that those kills aren't going to these two big right clickers. Meanwhile, Clinks now has a Void Stone. Bottled Invis. Blows the Invis immediately, but that's fine. Ruh-roh. What happened there? It's like all this pressure bottom got answered by ET. Despite a nice chunk of bonus damage. And a sleep. Oh, I'm kind of amazed he didn't get out here. Maybe that should have been a TP out. I see. Turned to fight, got the kill. Ends up going down to the Malefice. Malefice? Maledict? Malware? Malefice. Something malicious. So we've seen those two Clink skills so far. It's not really balling out of control yet. It's going for an Aether Lens next. Makes sense. Drop Firestorm from a little further away. Got the Invis combo of this Pugna and this Enigma looking for something up top. They're gonna get it. He'll also Invis this Slark ult. Ursa tries to jump and gets sprouted. The whole team is here. All four of them are here. Is that the whole team? Looks like a whole team. Enigma with the sprouts to escape. And the banish to avoid the black hole. Is it gonna be enough? So far it looks good. Team shows up. Everybody except for Hoodwink, who's busily pushing bottom in. Not bad. Got the tower bottom out of that push, so. While this whole team was distracted up here. Let's zoom out a little bit so we can see this fight come together. There's the net, there's the Fiery Soul, steps right out. Fiery Soul? Nope, Firestorm. Steps right out of the Burning Barrage, because that is starting to do some serious damage. So Radiant is doing a good job of... Oh, this is with the Decrepify. Bam! That hurt. Black Hole lands, but there's not really much follow-up, at least not in a timely fashion. Slark does manage to get out with Pounce. There's your follow-up. Ursa just deleting them. That must have been Pugna. I didn't actually see the Hoodwink go down. Let's take it back a second. So Clinks is going to get this kill up here. We watched that. Hoodwink TP's in behind everyone. Pushes Ursa back. Gets a little low. Interesting. Enigma's trying to scout out the fight. So that black hole was for these two. And while there's not a lot of follow-up, you don't really need it when you get the black hole on two no-health heroes. And Ursa does, in fact, do a good job following that up. Alright. Prophet ends up isolated, picks up a kill, but goes down himself. There's a net. Everything else is on cooldown. Gets himself a kill anyway. Ye old net Firestorm. He wants the shard for decoy, I suppose. And the Ags for boomerang. Also better nets. Yeah, that hit pretty hard. So this Clinks is really doing a great job of just staying out of vision until he throws the net on you, and at that point you get Firestormed, you get decrept, and you eat a sharpshooter hit. It's very strong. It's a little bit slow right now. Like, he has to wait the 30 seconds every time he wants to do the sharpshooter thing. This is an issue I have with Legion Commander all the time, where the 40-second cooldown on duel is really prohibitive, because I just want to do that shit all the time. Every time my Blink's off cooldown, I want to jump on somebody and duel them, and if I could do it more than once in a fight, that would be fantastic, but he's got a good solution for that. It's not decoy. He'll get there, though. Meanwhile, the lead has grown a little bit. Clinks is actually well ahead. Considering he's 5-0, that's not the most surprising. Somebody just die? Where does it go down? Oh, that's going to be another Clinks. Net. Burn. Decrep. No ult this time. Ran out of mana. Doesn't matter. Firestorm's rated, I want to say about 8th on the ability draft win rate tier list. Might have fluctuated since last I looked at that. But that and Shrapnel are a couple kind of surprising, very high placed abilities. Lots of pressure up top. Pugna heads down into the jungle to get some much needed farm. Bounty Hunter moves in. Slurk moves in. Looks like we're looking to collapse on this top lane. Fusel Blade is going to keep the Nature's Prophet here. That Atrefiora is starting to slap. But yeah, the Burning Barrage from very low health is going to do it. I feel like Hoodwink really struggled to get any damage in that fight. This is an interesting build. I guess he went for the Falcon Blade to have mana for burning arrows. And I don't know. I hate it. I'd just rather see more agility, more attack speed. Focus on the Essence Shift when you have that on somebody like Hoodwink. And if you want a mana item, it should probably include this thing. You know, the thing. What's it called? An Oblivion Staff. So eventually a Bloodthorn seems like the right pick to me for that. If you need mana on a right clicker. It gives you the silence, gives you the guaranteed crit. Enigma pressuring top with trees and ratting out. Not bad plan wise. Like, that is, I was saying earlier, I'm not sure how you play this build. That's totally how you play this build. And as you can see, Radiant has all of the towers. Dire has none of the towers. T1s, anyway. T2s are still intact. That's some good pressure going down. Looks like Bounty Hunter just got picked up somewhere. Where did that fight happen? Bounty Hunter just trying to farm mid. The Ensnare actually goes onto a creep, but with the decrep and a sharp shot, doesn't matter. Half his life just blows him right up. Alright. Coming up on 20 minutes. Clinks has absolutely run away with the net worth. Hoodwink and Nature's Prophet doing pretty well behind that. OD struggling to keep up. He's got a strong build, but with, you know, kind of a slow roll to get going where he needs just a lot of strong items. Looks like he's making the choice to go for Glipner, which I like. He has no crowd control, so it's a good way to round out the build a little bit. But it's not a fast start for him. Got a big old team fight shaping up mid. It's pretty hard, but it's not going to be enough. Not with the whole team on it. He gets handily deleted. How our build's going? Hoodwink, got a Grove Bow. Is going straight for a Scatty. It's interesting. Not bad. Enigma has some mana stuff and is ratting. Seems good. I like it. There's a net. There's a burn. There's a sharp shot. Klink's clean house. Got Trav's, Magic Stick, and Maelstrom on Nature's Prophet. Seems good as long as he doesn't get caught in a black hole. They get some kills in. Pugna is an Ogre Axe and a Point Booster. Looks like he's going for the Ags early. For the improved lifesteal and for the improved Astral Prison. Sure, seems solid. Clinks has now... Yeah, there it is. Clinks has now... Let's check that out from a little bit earlier. Net, burn... Boomerang, decrep, oh, just a dirty build. Nice mana setup early. Tranquil Boots to sustain the life, so he really just never has to go home. He's still obviously struggling with mana. This is a very solid build. He is finally going to go home. Oh, nope, that's Prophet. Where did Clinks go? Clinks also went home. Am I blind? Is there a Clinks on my screen that I just can't see for some reason? Oh, there he is. Duh, hiding in fountain. Recharges his bottle, refills his mana. He's ready to go again. Man, Radiant's now up 9k. This Clinks is 12 and 0. Prophet's pretty even. Hoodwink's doing alright. These are the two I would have been scared of this matchup. This I just did not see coming. And every now and then the combo isn't where you expect it. And the crazy right-click builds don't do as well as you think they will. Clinks takes a minute to farm. Gets himself a Yasha. Ditches the bottle for it. Seems good. Anyway, I mentioned earlier that he had an answer to that problem I often have with the long cooldowns when I want to, you've kind of got a pick-off build like this, like I was mentioning on Legion Commander. You've got a long cooldown on your primary thing. This thing's 45 seconds. He's got Hunter's Boomerang to balance it out. And he does okay with this. You've got the March of the Ents running down mid. Thanks, using that vision for another pickup. He really does have like phenomenal ability to just stay way out of the fight. Throws a net for his team, backs out. Boomerang whiffs. Because of that banish. But another Firestorm and Snare. Hoodwink's going to pick that one up. This is turning into a bit of a slaughter. We've got a buyback from the Elder Titan. Hoodwink is now able to just pressure lanes, you know, they're far enough ahead at this point that fights are a bit of a foregone conclusion. Able to boomerang. I really like the Aether Lens pickup on this build too. Just lets him do his thing from so far away. It's really quite safe. Nice black hole catches Pugna, nobody else, and the Slark gets blown up for it. Pit of Malice really separates out the fight. The snare goes down on the Ursa and he gets popped. Ruh-roh. You guys see that OD finally get some damage in? The Nature's Prophet ult on Elder Titan locks a couple people down, and that gives OD the desperately needed crowd control he needs to get a firing solution on them. Just promptly deletes both Enigma and Hoodwink. Don't worry though. Lynx brings it right back. Nature's Prophet gets the ET. Lynx gets the OD. And Nature's Prophet finally has time to push. That nice 200 bonus damage. Working wonders. That's a good fight. Hope to see some lifesteal on this Nature's Prophet. More than a set amount, because he's hitting so hard. But when he's low like this, you can really bait people in. I like that Klings preemptively drops the Firestorm. Slark goes down quickly. Ursa eats a boomerang and some Nature's Prophet fire. Another net. Follow-up's all on cooldown, but the Firestorm and the Hoodwink is enough. I suppose Hoodwink is a good follow-up if your abilities are on cooldown, huh? Hoodwink doing a very good job this game on 12 permanent bonus agility stolen. Well, that doesn't feel like a lot. 12 agility. But it really makes a big difference on a hero like this. I'd still love to see just a big attack speed item. Turn this thing into a Mask of Madness. I know that turns off your fire arrows, but just more attacks with Essence Shift is so good. Alright, 27 minutes. Probably going to look to grab some jungle items, so let's take a moment to look at builds. This is an absolute runaway. 4 out of 5 players are winning the net worth game. The only one who's not is Pugna. Pugna's still got his eggs. Doing just fine. Enigma keeping the pressure up and ratting. He's got a Lincoln Sphere. I really like Lincolns for a rat build. That's good. Aether Lens, I guess, lets him lance the sprouts from a little further back if he wants to help his team out. Seems good. Got a little skirmish going on top jungle. Pugna gets caught and blown up. Enigma couldn't save him. Is getting the tracks on. Here comes Prophet. Shows up immediately, goes invis. I like the Mask of Madness on Prophet a lot. Ursa was a little more mobile than he was expecting, and the rest of the team showed up. Hoodwink pressuring in bottom. Nature's Prophet's got some gear now. I like this build. Mask of Madness, Shadow Blade, both fantastic utility items. I don't know about the Mjolnir with Atrophy. Okay, I'd like to see maybe a Deso for the armor melt. OD's got his Glipner and not much else. Looks like he's working toward a Yule's. Wants more mana. I feel like that should probably be a... maybe he feels like he needs the Windbreaker just to get away from Clinks. Ooh, Slark grabs the Clinks. Be careful what you wish for, though. So there's the Ensnare, there's the Firestorm. There's the Boomerang. Pugna helps keep him up. Seems good. Clinks now has completed items with a Yasha and Kaya and a Nocturne Core. Very strong. Nice long range Ensnare. There's the burn. There's the decrep. ET blocks the ults, but I believe pays for it. Ooh. Almost survives. In the end, the Firestorm gets him. On the other side, we've got ET also going for the Ags Tornado Stick. Lynx picks up another one. Like, just straight up from outside base. Like, look at this fight. This is so silly. I'm looking at items. Meanwhile, Clinks is just... oh, that's way too far. My bad. I think we want it right about here. Yeah, Clinks is just chilling outside base. Decrep hits the wrong target, but there's the Ensnare. There's the Snipe. Blap, 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 blap. There's the Ensnare. There's the Boomerang. Ultra kill. Like, I would not expect this build to be that strong, but between really good map awareness, yes, he actually has to back off a little bit here because of the ward. His life getting a bit low. That's not going to stop him from picking up that Rampage. This dead Bounty Hunter has a nice support build going. Looks like he's leaning into the Illusions thing. Seems good. He was never able to Rosh, though. That's tough. Odie got his Yules together. Ursa went with none on hit effects. He's got Echo Saber and Orchid. I feel like Echo Saber's really redundant on this build. Really would have loved to see something to pump up some damage when he hits you a bunch of times, instead of just hitting you extra times. And that's a little bit of a lackluster pick. And Slark went for the blink, even though he's got the leap. He's been struggling to land meaningful black holes. Meanwhile, Clinks just sits a mile outside of a pit of malice. Which Stargate is just happy to spam away. Whew! Pugna saves himself from getting exploded, and then gets exploded. In the meantime, hey, there we go. There's that tornado stick doing its thing. It's not enough. That one's going to go to Hoodwink. Did that go to Hoodwink? I don't know who that went to. But yeah, this is just a base lock. Ursa says it. GG Clinks. Hey, that's a nice black hole. Got 3. No follow-up, though. Too little, too late. Pugna with the dieback. I don't think it's going to matter. Clinks is really just able to harass from miles and miles away. Now you can see he's 23-0. We've got creeps wailing on the Ancient. Looks like that is a wrap. No, sorry, 24-0. Now that's a wrap. Let's see that one more time. Game's about to end. Boom, one more kill. For good measure. Alright, if you made it this far, thank you for watching. Please like the video. If you want to see a scoreboard analysis after this, or the draft at the beginning, all of that is available to my patrons. Patrons are the best way to support the channel, so go ahead and do that if you want to. I'd appreciate it a whole bunch. Thanks for watching. Good luck, have fun, don't die, and I will catch you in the next one.